To all you Blues fans, we're bleeding blue with you. What?
Aloha! Welcome back. This is the BlueNote Fan Report, and this is the Intermission show. Oh, wow. So I took somebody's advice, and I've been tweeting. I tweeted 4 or 5 times. It took the Blues 3 minutes to get their first shot, which that wasn't bad. They ended up with 12 shots. 12 shots this period. 12 shots. 12, 24, 36. I'll take that. I'll take that. And then we had, unfortunately, the incident with Sundqvist. I'm not going to speculate on an energy. I'm not going to say his season's done. That hurts no matter. You can get hit back there and not be hurt at all. But you understand it. So not something that I'm completely unsure of, but so I'm not going to say anything. The Blues, the injury bug, man, the injury bug just does not like the Blues at all. Hey, Brad Pond, how you doing, buddy? Hockey Hound, I'm glad I'm just somebody. Well, I tweeted, my friend. I'm tweeting. I'm listening. I'm not completely dumb. Well, I thought someone was going to join us, but I'm not sure if they're there because all I'm seeing is a circle where their name is. Let's see. Oh, okay. So he's going to join me voice only. So let's see if I can bring him in. Can you hear me, Lance?
I can hear you just fine. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, we can hear you. Let me tune you up a little bit. How you doing, buddy?
Not too bad.
So not too bad with that. I guess Facebook's not loading my show. I'm not sure why not. It should be. So interesting first period. Blues took 12 shots. I'm actually happy with that.
Yeah, I am too. I'm been really impressed. I think they looked really good for most of the period. I didn't see a lot of major mistakes. San Jose had a few opportunities, but there wasn't really anything glaring that stood out that I can really be negative about. I mean, there's always stuff you can be negative about, but I thought it was a pretty good period.
Yeah, I agree. It was a period. The Sundqvist thing, I've seen a couple of comments already. I know you can't see the comments, but a couple have said, oh, he's out for the season. I've been hit in the back of the knee like that before and not torn anything, but it hurts like hell. So
yeah, it does. When it happens, you think you're not going to be able to walk on it. You think you're probably done, and I don't want to say anything until I find out anything, but let's hope that it's nothing, super serious. And maybe it's just a contusion and he'll be back in a couple games, or maybe if we're fortunate enough, he'll be back the next game.
Yeah, I think so too. And you know what? He could still be back this game. Put a little ice on it, no swelling. Oh, okay, now I can move it. So you don't want to put anything in on that. They've gotten better shots. I will say that. You can tell the difference Schwartz is making. And he had said on the pregame that, you just don't want to make any mistakes. You want to take it slow. You want to take it easy. And I think that's what he's doing. And in doing that, playing that simple, it's opening some things up for other players.
Yeah, and with as many injuries as the Blues have had, when they start getting back their normal lineup, the one that's a very competitive lineup, night in and night out, when they play their games, you're going to notice every time they bring somebody back that, hey, the team looks a little bit better. They look a little more cohesive, and it's nothing against the guys that were brought up from the taxi squad. Guys like Wallman and Joshua, they've done well, but you can tell when a team has their players back, it just everybody looks more comfortable.
Yeah, I'm with you, and you're starting to see that a lot more. I'm trying to get your comments up on the board, guys, doing the best I can. Brian Tuttle says Hoffman looks like he's playing a little faster. That's really true. It does. The other thing that I've noticed right off the bat was stick work. And Dunn has had some really good stick work. his name's come up a couple of negative times, but there's been 2 or 3 times that he's got his stick in there and knocked the puck up. I'm really, really impressed with Dunn when I know some people aren't.
Yeah, he's looked better overall in the first period. Like you said, he's made a few mistakes, but man, he's still young. I mean, and a lot of guys, they show flashes for 4 or 5 years and then they become really good. Other guys, they come into the league and within a year or two, they look very established. And I think Dunn's one of those guys that I think he's going to be better, but is it going to be in time for him to stick with the Blues? You know, that's just one of those questions.
Yeah, I know you don't know, but he's playing good. Blues Fan React says here, Sonny's going to be out for months, dude. I like I said, I'm not going to speculate. I'm not going there.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to talk anymore about Sonny on that. Michelle and Bob, missing Steen and Bouwmeester, this team lacks accountability. You know, what do you say there? I kind of agree with them on that.
Yeah, I would definitely say that, you know, Steen and Bouwmeester were the types that led by example. I don't think they were the type of guys that are rah-rah, get in your face type of guys, especially Bouwmeester. He's kind of quiet. I'm sure you've noticed it since he's been out since his heart incident, that Bouwmeester's a quiet type of guy that leads by example. Steen's like that too. I think Steen was a little more vocal, but
Right.
I would say anytime you lose 2 guys that were important to your lineup, especially your defense, like Bouwmeester, and then, you know, for years, Steen was one of the best 2-way players. Wasn't great towards his last little bit with the Blues, but when you lose guys like that, it affects you.
Yeah. So Diamond Des, I can see where you're coming from, but he's been impressive this game. He has. I'm not saying that Dunn's had mistakes in the past, and he's had a few this game.
Yep.
But there was one point in the Shark zone where he tried to take it in too quick and he couldn't get through it, and he just kept his stick in there. Even though they took him, he kept a stick and he knocked the puck loose. I really thought that was something that they needed to do, that you're starting to see, is that they're staying with it.
Yeah. You can definitely tell that the team in my mind, you know, as opposed to the last couple of games against the Kings, they looked a lot more confident in this first period than they did out of either one of those games against the Kings.
Hockey Hound says the Blues really need TJ back. I don't know. I think Oshie's made a home for himself somewhere else. I'm okay. You know, I love Oshie. I really do. But I'm okay with him being in Washington.
Yeah, and you know, one thing, if people haven't noticed it, I don't think TJ Oshie would be the player he is today if he'd have stayed with the Blues, and that's just me, and here's why. When he was with the Blues, on the power play or even 5-on-5, they had him out on the perimeter, you know, skating around, moving with the puck. If you notice what Washington does with him, they put him in front of the goal, around the faceoff circle, and back towards the goalie, where he's been very successful at rebounds and quick passes from guys like Ovechkin and Wilson and other guys like that. I think TJ Oshie is exactly where he needs to be with the Capitals, and that's why he's had this good career since he's left the Blues.
Yeah, he's done well behind the net.
Yeah,
he has gotten really good on the power play, getting the puck behind the net, and then letting you think he's going to Ovechkin and not go to Ovechkin, and have the whole defense shift to Ovechkin's side and open up that other side for the wraparound. And he's gotten good at that, I think.
Yeah, and I've always thought since he was drafted and brought up that when Hitchcock became coach, Hitchcock did not use him the way he should have been used. He really didn't. And, you know, that led to Oshie and Hitchcock having it out several times privately. But, you know, I'm happy for the guy. He's a nice person, still loves St. Louis, you know, and I wish him the best.
Oh, no, I'm absolutely. I'm just saying that I think he's better there than he is here. And that's all I was going. So, hey, I want to get back real quick. We're at the 10-minute mark.
Yep.
So someone brought up, so my buddy Hockey Hound brought up about giving trivia questions for show points. And I came up with a doozy. Lance, I'm already pretty sure you know this one, so you're not allowed. So here's the deal. You get to, I'm going to ask the question, and you have to email me the answer. If somebody puts the answer in the chat, points go away. It's a two-part question. It's worth 10 show points. And in show points, you get, for every show point you get, your name is going to come in to a drawing. I see you there, Jeremy. Go into a drawing for prizes at the end of the year. And right now I'm looking at between 5 and 10 prizes. So here's the question. Two parts. Part one. Oh, I didn't see that. Oh, sorry, guys. Okay, here's part one. Part one is, who scored the first ever Blues goal in the Stanley Cup final? Part two is, where was it at? So those are the two questions. There were 5 points each. You have to get both of them right, not one and the other, to get the full 10. Right? Who scored? And Google's not going to help. I thought I knew the answer. I had to really dig deep to find the answer. Didn't take me long because I knew where to dig, but I had to dig a little bit. So there's the question. Who scored the first Blues goal in a Stanley Cup final, and where was it? Lance, do you know the answer?
Yeah, but I'm not going to say.
Okay, well, you can tell me. You can text it to me later.
I will.
Right?
Yep.
So I think it's a good question, right?
It is a good question, and I think a lot of people are going to guess a certain person, and I think they're going to be wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. And not only that, I think the place is going to surprise a lot of people.
Yeah,
right? Where the goal was scored.
Yeah.
Right? This is going to surprise a lot of people. And I thought it would be a good question. So we'll go from there. So let me try, and while we're doing this, I'm going to start and look up stats here. What I'd like you to do for me, Lance, tell me your impressions of what you've seen so far in the game, and where do you think my email. Thank you. Guy, let me run it here. The banner. There we go. Guy at stlfanreport.com. There you go. For up to 10 show points, 5 and 5. No. Who scored the first ever Blues goal in a Stanley Cup final game, and where did it take place? It's a very, very good question. And what do you think the Blues need to do in the second period, Lance? And I'm going to let you have your moment in the sun.
I think they just need to continue to do what they're doing. San Jose has never really had any super sustained pressure on Binnington. If you've noticed, once that puck comes off his pad, if he's not able to get that rebound, the Blues have been there for the most part the whole first period. And I think as long as they do that and they continue to get out of the defensive end very quickly like they have been and do that transition game, I think they're going to be fine in the second period. Just keep doing what they're doing and just keep trying to cut down on mistakes, and I think they'll be fine.
Yep. Takeaways. The Blues have 2. San Jose has 4. Giveaways are 2 for the Blues, 3 for San Jose. Hits are 8-6 for the Blues. Scoring chances were 6-5 for San Jose, but I didn't see it that much off. Just keep firing the puck. Fire the puck, fire the puck, fire the puck, fire the puck. That's how you're going to win this, is you've got to absolutely, beyond a shadow of a doubt, fire that puck at the net. I said 35 to 40 shots for this game, and 12 put you in that zone. Do you agree with that, Lance?
Yeah, and the Blues are successful when they really put pressure and get sustained pressure on a goalie. And I've always said this, and I mean, most people will agree with me. If the Blues can keep a team with under 27 shots against their goalie, they've always got a good chance to win. If you keep a team 22, 23, 25 shots, and you put some sustained pressure on their goaltender, you should be winning most of those games.
I'm with you, and I think that's the important thing. Now, it did take a while. They didn't get a lot of those shots till the last 5 minutes, but they were quality shots in the last 5 minutes. That's what I was happy with, right?
Yeah. There wasn't a lot of missed nets. There wasn't a lot of the Blues shooting it right into the chest of guys, like that shot with Kyrou. he tried to go 5-hole, which is what he should have done. And he was just able to make the save, a very good save on that one. But Kyrou, you know, he knew where to go with it in that instance. I think most goal scorers, where he was at in front of that goal, that's what I would have done. I would have tried to go 5-hole.
No, he did, and it was a good save. The power play, even though it didn't click, it did not look bad. It did not look bad at all. It really did good. Jones is in net for them, if I remember correctly, right?
Yeah, Martin Jones.
Yeah, Jones is in net. So they are, and you remember the last time that they seen Jones, they put a 7 spot up on him.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So Jones is trying really hard right now to keep that out of his head. If they can get an early one and get another one quickly after it, they're going to get Jones thinking not another 7 spot.
Yeah, I think if they can get a couple goals and go up 2-0, 3-0, I think that Jones will probably be pulled. I don't see them letting him stay in for another 7-6 game.
I don't either, but I don't think this is going to be a 7-6 game. I actually think, and I'm mad at myself, because I think looking at this first period, Bennington could pull a shutout. This could be the one that he pulls that final shutout. And I think we're the last team in the league to get a shutout.
Yeah, and I think you might be right, but you know, the Blues really need to keep helping Bennington. You clear that puck out. And if they can do that, like I said, it's going to lead to offensive opportunities. And if they play their game, like you and I have discussed before, they can beat anybody.
Yep. Well, we got just about a minute to go before we're back on. So, Lance, thanks for coming on. Yep. Can you do audio only or audio or video in the second intermission?
I should be able to do at least audio, and then the post game I'll be on video.
Okay, that's great, man. Actually, I don't mind you on audio at all. I think it's great. I'm learning how to use this. I know the Fox is going to be back for the second. And you know what, guys? This is Guy, the Y Blues fan, saying aloha, mahalo, and I cannot wait for the second intermission. I'll see you all on the second intermission. Aloha! My